Viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on, everyone? It's Gia here representing JiasWorld. It's going to be a little rant style video on what's to come with President-elect Donald J. Trump and Mike R. Pence. 20th, 2017, Donald J. Trump becomes the President of the United States of America, and Mike R. Pence becomes the Vice President of the United States of America. Backlash and outcry from people who voted for Donald Trump and Mike R. Pence, people who voted third party, or people who didn't vote at all, those three categories. There's a lot of backlash and outcry from these people, because now they're flipping out because they might lose their health insurance that was afforded to them through the Affordable Care Act. People are flipping out because they didn't take the time to research, become informed, and do their due diligence, okay? First of all, you got people who thought that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act were two different things. That just goes to show you how ignorant people are in today's society. So you got folks who voted for Republicans, voted for Donald Trump and Mike R. Pence, who were like, well, I didn't know I was going to lose my health insurance. Oh my goodness, we have pre-existing health conditions. That might be gone. Oh my God, my kids aren't going to be able to stay on my health insurance policy until they're 26 if they get rid of the Affordable Care Act. But wait a minute. I thought Obamacare was something else. I thought we were getting rid of Obamacare. I didn't know that this was Affordable Care. Yes, you have dumbasses like that, okay, who really didn't understand that the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare are the same thing. Also, these same individuals who voted for Donald J. Trump and Mike R. Pence clearly wasn't paying attention to what Pence and Donald Trump were saying this entire time. They ran a campaign on repealing Affordable Care Act, on repealing Obamacare. They ran an entire campaign on that. So, either you have selective hearing, or selective memory because you just all of a sudden don't remember this shit. Now all of a sudden you're scared, you're shaking in your boots because you might lose your health care. Next group of folks, the people who don't vote. This is what gets me. The people who don't vote are the main ones, bitching, moaning, complaining, have all kinds of opinions and perspectives, always talking, always got something to say, but they don't vote, they don't participate in voting. And I hear people have different views. You have the pro-blacks who, well, you guys are slaves if you vote, because our votes doesn't count, and you're sheep, and you're blinded, and you're sheep being led by wolves in sheep clothing, and you're all blind, and I'm woke, and I know what I'm doing, and power to the people. These are also the same folks who will sit up and say Black Lives Matter, but then turn around and tell you that your vote doesn't matter. So, once again, things that piss me off, right? So you got those group. These are also the same folks who think Africa is a fucking country. Yes, these people think Africa is a country, Africa is a continent. A continent. Also, these are the same people who think Egypt that's where everything is. That's it. Nothing else is in Africa. There's no other countries. There's no other cultures. It's just Egyptian culture, and Africa is a country. These are the shit that these people say and do. And I'm not saying that this is everybody that's pro-black, but there is a group of pro-blacks who preach this bullshit and this nonsense. These are also the same people who, they'll say Hotep Mayat, but when you ask them what Hotep Mayat means, they know nothing about it. The same people who wear the dashikis and the ankhs, but they don't understand what the culture is, what's the heritage behind it, what's the meaning behind it. Don't even realize that technically they're basically appropriating someone else's culture, right? But then they're complaining when white people do it. Anyways, yes, I'm going there. Now, granted, disclaimer, this is not all pro-blacks. I totally get that. But the group of folks that I keep running into that keep telling me that I'm a slave for voting, this is the shit that they do, okay? So I'm calling them out in this video. Okay, but now they're also worried about their health insurance, and they don't know if they're going to have health care. And I'm sitting here like, Where were you November 8th? Oh, that's right. You didn't want to vote because you're not a slave. Okay. And you said our votes don't matter, but in the same time, Black lives matter. So which one is it? Either our votes don't matter or our Black lives don't matter. At this point, you all sound like a bunch of dumbasses. Then number 3, we have our third-party voters. The same people who were like, you know what? Fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans, they're all shady, left-wing, right-wing, still on the same dirty-ass bird. Oh, they're all crazy, we need to do blah, blah, blah. You're independent. Oh my God. I feel like the independent is very a part of that individualism, capitalism cult. Because these people really think that what they do or don't do doesn't affect other people. How is that working for you? Because you didn't vote, or because you didn't vote for the Democrat or the Republican and you voted third party, or because you voted for the wrong party, Donald J. Trump, Michael R. Pence, the Republican Party, now you're sitting up here scared shitless because you don't know if you're going to have health care for you and your families. So how did that work for you? See, this is what happens when you're uninformed. This is what happens when you don't do your own research. Now, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. That's who I supported since day one. The Democratic Party screwed up. Was there some shadiness? Yes. Is there still shadiness? Yes. Can it be reformed? I think it can be, with a lot of hard work and time and commitment. But is it something that I'm willing to do? Yes. But this individualist mindset, you know, not because of your lack of action or because of your willful ignorance, you have millions, over 20 million people who are going to lose their health insurance if the Affordable Care Act is repealed, including the dumbasses who didn't vote, including the dumbasses who voted for independents and third parties, including the dumbasses who voted for Michael R. Pence and Donald Trump. Including yo dumbass, okay? This is why this is a rant, okay? But, you know, I'm an individual and I can do whatever I want and it shouldn't matter. Oh my God, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Right. How did that work for you? It didn't. So, you know, this is what happens when you're ignorant. And what's crazy is we live in the modern technology, you know, society where information is at your fingertips. It's at your fingertips. So there's no excuse not to know that the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare are the same thing. People just use Obamacare to be funny or out of spite or because they don't like the fact that President Barack Obama and his administration introduced the bill, the Affordable Care Act, so they use Obamacare as in spite or as a negative connotation. And then, once again, not taking up the information, Donald Trump, Michael R. Pence, this entire time kept hitting on the nail. We're going to repeal the Affordable Care Act. We're going to repeal Obamacare. Yet, there's a group of dumbasses in this population who just, like, couldn't put, you know, A with B to get to C. Like, it was nothing was connecting for them. So now, you know, everyone has to suffer because of these dumbasses. And don't get me wrong, Republicans, Democrats, it is unfortunate that we live in a two-party system. I would like to see multiple parties, other options, other opportunities. But guess what? Showing up every 4 years during a presidential election is not going to help your party get anywhere. You need to be consistent. You need to run on a local and state level, okay? We shouldn't see you every election season. You need to be doing this every day. Build momentum, build followers, get things going. Don't just pop up in 2020 for another presidential election and think you're finna just steal the show. It doesn't work that way, okay? Also, it behooves you to use technology. Google, search things, research, look at multiple sources. Become informed before you become a dumbass. Because a lot of you are suffering right now because of dumb decisions that you continue to make. Another thing, Yes, it's your choice. You know, some of you are going to dislike this video. Some of you are going to like this video. Some of you aren't even going to watch this video. Some of you are going to subscribe to this video. Some of you are going to unsubscribe to this video. Some of you aren't going to do anything anyways. That's your choice. That's your right. And you're going to do what you please. But this is my rant. This is my video. This is my channel. These are my thoughts. These are my feelings. So that's why I did this video. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, subscribe. If you did like this video, thumbs it up. If you want to, you know, leave comments. Hit me up on social media. But at the end of the day, some of y'all, the majority of y'all, need to become informed, because this making asinine mistakes over and over and over again, it is costly. You are literally putting millions of people in harm's way.